So let's finish today's session with a little teaching from my Bible. This one is called Grasping God's Grace, and it's going off at Genesis chapter 25, verse 19 to 26. Genesis chapter 49, verse 8 to 12. And 1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 47. So let's just get straight into it. Not many people can say they burst onto the scene like Jacob did. He made his entrance into the world holding on to the heel of his twin brother. So naturally, that's what his parents named him. He grasps the heel. Jacob grasping didn't end at birth. His story reads like a laundry list of things he did to get what he wanted. He was determined and driven, willing to deceive and manipulate situations to get his way. Jacob manipulated his brother, Esau, into handing over his birthright, and then tricked his father Isaac into giving him Esau's rightful blessing. He worked 14 years to make beautiful Rachel his wife, and then went outside God's design for marriage to get more sons. He entered the battle of wits with his uncle Laban and left with the lion's share of Laban's livestock. And in an over-the-top display of generosity, he tried to win his brother's forgiveness. Jacob was a heel grasper. All right, he was a man whose power grabs seemed to live by the age-old adage. The end justifies that means. But this story isn't about a smooth-talking man. It's another instance of the ribbon of grace weaving its way through humanity, not only through Jacob's story, but through yours and mine. See, we're heel graspers too. How often have we decided ourselves or others to deceived ourselves or others to get what we wanted? How many ways have we manipulated situations, relying on our own cunning to succeed in life, rather than depending on God for all we need? The good news for us is that God's promise to Jacob, the promise that the Lord would watch over and bless him, didn't depend on Jacob's report card. Again and again, God reiterated his promise to bless the wayward go-getter, not because Jacob deserved it, but simply because it pleased God to do so. It brings God immeasurable glory when he dumps buckets of blessings onto his unworthy children. Like a beautiful bookend to Jacob's story, God went on to change Jacob's name from he grasps the heel to Israel, meaning he struggles with God. Jacob, the conniver and striver, became the father of a nation that birthed the deliverer. That's what God does for us. He doesn't leave us alone in our sin, but instead comes down to wrestle with us. He seeks out face to face so that by his touch we might be blessed. I hope that this was encouraging for someone today, and may God bless you.